mean, he's looking good in practice, so he goes today. I'm excited to play with him for the first time, see how he impacts the game, and just looking forward how we can gel and together.
Before he had the hamstring in the training camp, what was he showing that had you really thinking that he can provide something for the team?
Just the way he can score the basketball, his athleticism, his quickness, able to get downhill and transition with ease, and being able to face at the rim when we ever has a clear lane to take off. So it's gonna be exciting to see him again to maybe go.
When it comes to looking at tonight's opponent, no Kawhi, no James, but how do you evaluate Brad and just Chris, the different dynamic they might bring?
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi and James are, I think, to that team more ISO players, and I think today they're gonna be more aggressive. Brad and Chris going downhill, playing more team basketball, which is I think a little bit harder to guard. Everyone's moving and clicking together, so this is gonna be tough playing team defense together and. Just watching film on Brad and Chris, see how they impact the game their ways, off-ball movement, their passing. But it just comes down to playing to a team defense.
We saw with post against the Warriors. I'm curious for you as a helper, how it changes things for you when you're defending a roller as opposed to a popper. Because tonight you got somebody's going to roll, Lopez going to pop.
Yeah, I mean, with Quentin and Lopez, it's kind of hard. They're able to shoot behind the arc and space out, which gives a lot more space. So. We usually got to be able to know who's on the floor at the same time and talk to our bigs if we need to switch it or have them veer switch or anything. Just being able to talk and know where to be at whoever's on the floor.
You were pretty tight with Brad last year. What was that relationship like with him as far as him being kind of a mentor for you?
Yeah, that's my vet. I always have love for Brad. I always appreciate Brad. He helped me my first day here, and he's seen a lot in me. So it's great, seeing him again and be able to play against him again on different sides, and going at each other like we did in LA. But it's always love in this, it's a competitive nature out here in the NBA.
Seeing that defenders were closing out harder on you now this year, or I mean, Draymond, he kind of flew at you a few times in the corner the other night.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to try to give me some open shots and just make it hard on me, be a capable shooter. So it just comes down to stepping it up and just knocking down the shots and keep shooting them if I'm open. Now, if they close out harder than usual, just drive past them and try to make a play on the backside like that.
And what's that evolution for you? Like whenever you do attack a closeout, being able to read the help that's going to come, like a help.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of just knowing where the backside is, knowing if that big's going to step up, if Mark's open for a dump off pass, if not, whoever's that's open man looking to find it from there.
And what's it been like playing with Mark so far, just in the few games that he's?
No, Mark's been good. Mark's been great. The way he rebounds, the way he defends, he's able to help us on the backside if we get blown by, to block shots. It's good seeing him, and I think me screening and rolling and finding him on the lob, him and Oso and Nick, it's been great.
After the Warriors matchup, Coach Ott said that it's just imperative for this team to get off to faster starts. How much has that been addressed, and maybe what can be done?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of something that we talked about this past couple of weeks. When we've been starting off good, and I think we have the competitive spirit and the competitive edge to fight back against anybody. And we saw it against Golden State. We were down like 15 to 20, and we take those first two quarters out and hone into what we do. We have a good shot being anybody. So it's so imperative and so necessary to start off well, because we're able to have the right set of mindset and not be able to play from behind without the game.
You look at that third quarter, and I think you guys had like a 18-4 run to close the gap. How do you kind of sustain that momentum?
I mean, just like you said, figure out what we did in the third quarter, talk about how we started the game, and figure out how to start like that. And if we do get down, being able to continue to chip away and cut it. And I think we got to like 8, but finding out ways to get over that hump where we're down 8, get it to 4, and get it to 2, and the next it's a tie ball game, and we're in a 0-0 game again.
With Jaylen potentially making his debut tonight, I was curious to know how much you've worked with him since he's got here, like what that relationship is like, and also what you expect out of the new look offense with him.
I mean, seeing Jaylen since training camp and preseason, he's been looking good. He's been looking healthy. The way he scores the ball, we've seen it since at Houston. Him being able to be so fast and dynamic and finish at the rim. So our relationship's good. I'm excited to play with him and figure out what he likes and doesn't like to get him going, and just seeing how he comes off him.
You're one of the guys that picking up guys in the backcourt the most this season.
For you with that process, I'm curious, like, what's your goal? What is it that you're looking to do to the person with the ball, and kind of how you've grown with that this season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I'm looking for is, I'm sorry, I saw Mark and I lied. The biggest thing is just one, trying to slow down their offense. You know, the guy with the ball is initiate all the time, so trying to get them to initiate the offense at like 15, 14 on the clock, and just continue to grow in that point, and just try to speed them up, make them a little bit uncomfortable as much as I can. But I think the biggest thing is just slowing down, and once you get over half court with like 18, 16 on the clock, it's kind of hard for them to get in the offense, to get in faster, which speeds them up a little bit more.
Do you know who you have your most assists to this season?
Sorry?
Do you know who you have your most assists to?
Assists?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't even know.
Look in the right direction.
Mark?
Yeah.
The nice little dump off?
Yeah.
No, it's I pass you the most.
Do
You no problem, buddy.
What are you seeing when you're kind of getting the ball, whether it is on the short roll, making those reads, or if you're like driving the baseline and you're finding, what are you kind of seeing with that situation?
Just where the low man's at. If I'm gonna try to get to him every time. So if that roll man steps up, it's just trying to figure out where Marker, where Oso is. Like I said, no matter if it's a short roll or I'm closing out baseline or closing out to the corner, and got to drive baseline and figure out who's stepping up from there.
Thanks, Ryan.
Appreciate you guys.